Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Coach Oak Show on Coach Oak TV. It's today, and you know what that means. It's time for another draft league battle. This time it is week 6 of CDA against Alolan Jose. This is a post-com. I'm sorry about that. I know I normally do live com. Just reasons. Also, just a heads up, not in the best of moods at the moment. Wasn't going in, not going out. So if my energy is a little different than normal, that's why. Sorry about that. And we are going to be in this weird zoomed in thing just to make it so the chat can't be seen. So he's got a Sylveon, a Cobalion, a Diggersby, an Entei, a Mega Latias, a Toxapex. The other mon that I thought had a really good chance of coming was Spectre, which didn't end up coming. Which I wasn't super surprised by, but I was a little surprised by. I had to kind of have some stuff prepared for that. Diggersby, I was prepared for Diggersby, but not as prepared as I should be, which was a mistake. There was definitely a few key things on my team that should have been different. And I really wish I had. For some reason, Diggersby, even though it's a mon that gives me a lot of problems, I never seem to respect it quite enough in prep. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's a Route 1 rodent that I'm like, whatever, or some weird thing inside me. But yeah, I didn't. So we decided to leave with Garchomp. It's a Lumberry, Swords Dance, Scale Shot, Outrage, Earthquake on the Garchomp. Because I figured it was either Cobalion, Toxapex, or maybe Entei, or maybe Diggersby that was going to lead. I didn't really think Diggersby was going to lead. It depended on what set it was. I didn't think he'd be bringing spikes, but there's always that chance. I thought there was most likely an agility set was what I expected. So that was what I had to keep in mind and respect the most. Obviously, I knew Scarf was a potential. It also could be there are all kinds of different setup. It's a Diggersby. It does a lot of things, which is why I need to prepare for it more. But I didn't think it was the most likely lead, so I thought I'd lead with Garchomp. Since it's a Lumberry as well, it's in a decent spot. Snorlax is an Assault Vest Snorlax. It has Facade. I was expecting to get burned either by Secret Fire, poisoned by Toxapex, or burned by Will-O-Wisp Spectre. Darkest Lariat, Earthquake, and Self-Destruct as the fourth. I had a few different things as the fourth, but that was what we went with in the end. Volcarona, I also had many different forms of setup on that Snorlax and Resto Chestos and things like that. But that's what we went with in the end. Just a nice Assault Vest set. So we have Volcarona, Flame Body, 3 attacks, Quiver Dance. Mimikyu is Lumberry as well. Again, same reasons. Swords Dance, Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, and Play Rough. Pretty boring. We have the Gyarados is it's Mega Gyarados. If you don't know what's on my team, it has Taunt, Dragon Dance, Earthquake, and Crunch. And I did bring Moxie in the end. Again, I didn't really respect Diggersby enough because that would have been the difference in me bringing Intimidate. Because I was thinking Entei can't be intimidated, and I could potentially pick something off. And the Moxie boost was really nice for Gyarados here. But it probably should have been Intimidate as my switch into a few different things. So that was a bit of a mistake. Again, if I had really thought about the Diggersby thing, it should have been Intimidate. Obviously, that doesn't stop Diggersby by any means, but it does, make some nicer situations. And its Zeraora is lefties with the Calm Line. It probably should have been a Shuka because Diggersby, but it wasn't. Aura Sphere, Snarl, Discharge with the Calm Mind. So we, as I said, lead off with Garchomp. I think I have that on slow. Yes, I do. Oh, no. Music off. Sorry. Don't know how that got on. So he does lead with the Diggersby in the end. So the thought process here was I should switch Volcanion or Volcarona. I didn't because I was scared of the agility set. If I go into Volcarona hard there and he clicks agility, there is some sets that could potentially sweep from there. Not super likely, but there is some sets that could sweep from there because I don't have any prior damage on it. Because obviously Mimikyu can live one thing, but then it can't straight kill the Diggersby back, right? So I really should have gone into Volcarona there on the Ice Punch. Potential for the Flame Body, takes it pretty good. He's locked into Ice Punch. Obviously, Scarf Diggersby by outspeeding Garchomp. I ended up just scale shotting. Um, yeah. But yeah, it was a mistake for sure. I should have considered, but it was a mistake that was brought on by my mistakes in prep. Um, so that is what it is. I'm more annoyed with myself than anything. A, that I didn't make the play, and B, that I put myself in a prep situation that made it harder to make that play, because that's what I should have done. So we are going to go here into Volcarona now because it's free setup, and Volcarona isn't the most key in this matchup, which is the other reason I should have gone into it, because Garchomp had more chances to do stuff. So we are just going to Quiver Dance. We're going to click Psychic. This thing can kill me. If it misses a Stone Edge, though, which obviously is a chance, we could also potentially find out a little bit about it. We didn't really find out too much, but we could take KO if he misses. So we go Gyarados here. We're going to set up. He's going to click Reflect, which admittedly didn't even know Entei got, so that's cool. That's really cool there, to be honest. That's a really nice prep. So I'm going to go for the second setup. Thinking he'd switch out. If he Sacred Fired and Burn there, we were in really big problems, but he doesn't in the end get the burn, which is nice. We'll be thankful about that. We are going to get the kill there. It's going to go Cobalion. It can take us out. We know that. We can't kill it. We're going to pop the Shuka, though, which is great. I actually prefer that we pop the Shuka there, just so we find out over the damage, just so we know for sure what its item is. It just dies to an Aura Sphere here. Because it's -1, it just drops. So I had that play already clicked in. The last second, I canceled out of it and decided to go for Calm Mind because he didn't kill me with close combat. But I thought there was a good chance he wouldn't want to keep it, and he would just go for the damage because of where we're at in the game. Right, he's already got 3 mons down. I've got to go through all 5 of his. So that was the thought process. Switch back. He goes hard into Diggersby, which I was really surprised because it dropped to an Aura Sphere. So I was really surprised. I got salty at myself, and I gave him full props that he was reading me like a glove because I did go for this. Luckily, though, we do find out he doesn't actually, even though he's Scarf Diggersby, which can outspeed me. I'd speed him out. I'm only outspeeding Spectre. So I don't know if he was Jolly Scarf that was like only 1 point above Spectre, or if he was 2 points and was a speed tie. Or because I was 2 points above, or if he just was Adamant Scarf, which could be a thing too. I'd be surprised with that in this matchup, but definitely could be a thing. But we are going to get the Aura Sphere off and drop the Diggersby, which is really nice because obviously it kind of just ran me. It just clicks Earthquake there and kind of wins if it outspeeds the Zeraora. Doesn't auto win, but so we're just going to discharge on the Toxapex. We want to get it down a little bit damage. Obviously, could get. Oh, actually, it was 4th time I clicked Discharge. Don't get a para, which would have been nice, obviously. He's going to get Toxic, which isn't ideal. Expect him to switch or Protect. We're going to Calm Mind again. So we go ahead and do that. So I'm going to Snarl now. We'll gauge a little damage, find out what this Latias is all about. Because I'm Toxic, I can't, I don't win this 1v1 even though I have the advance on the setup. I don't really win the 1v1 without, like, crits and stuff, even if I'm not Toxic, but I thought about a Lumberry on the Zeraora as well, actually, which would have been quite clutch, to be honest, but didn't do it in the end. So we're going to Snarl the first couple, expecting him to just roost off a couple times. So we're going to go for Discharge now to try to catch that para, because that could be key, obviously, for Mimikyu mostly. Not needing to go into Shadow Sneak, as well as, obviously, he's wanting to Calm Mind setup. Para on that's always great. So we're going to click it, keep going on it. Get the para on the 4th time. Clicked it, right? I believe that was 4th. Snarl, Discharge. Oh, no, it was 3rd. 3rd time I clicked Discharge. Let's get the para. Right, we run Discharge for paras. We take it. Let's go Sylveon. I can't remember if he's... I believe I switch out. And I believe he tries to Protect and fails. Yeah. So we made the right call switching out. I wanted to save Zeraora, right? It's still at speeds. It still could potentially do things against Toxapex. I clicked Facade. I should have clicked Earthquake. I don't really know why or Self-Destruct, actually. I don't know why I didn't, but we just went Facade. We go for Darker Slayer. We see what damage it does there. So if he gets greedy, I click Self Destruct here. If he gets greedy and doesn't roost, or calm mind, or sorry, if he doesn't roost, if he calm minds or goes through attack or whatever, Self Destruct will kill. It'll do up to 60 based on the damage I saw before. So we just go for Self Destruct. If not, it's going to be at least low. It'll be in Shadow Sneak range, and then we can try and mimic your way to this thing. I don't know if it was the right play. I don't think I played well. I haven't played well with Lax this whole season. We know that. It's first time I've used it. Not using it well. You'd see Shadow Sneak range, so there's switching talk specs is pretty obvious. So I Sword Stance. I go for Shadow Claw here, A to gauge damage, which I thought I knew, but I wasn't sure. Plus, we do with the Lumberry as well. So we keep our disguise intact. He kind of has to switch out. So just go Shadow Claw again until we know what he's going to do. So now he's in on Sylveon. Even if he breaks... So this will become a point of contention. If he does hit through with Hyper Voice, it obviously depends. Because he's lefties and the damage I'm doing, I'm pretty sure he's bulky. I don't think he has much invest. He might. I don't know. We didn't share teams. So I think at that range, because I am a lot of HP in Mimikyu, I'm pretty sure I live an Iron Head from the Capellion because I know he's not boosting. He's Shuka. And I'm pretty sure he is Jolly, based on the speeds of my team and stuff. And yeah, I didn't really find out from Gyarados, but that's the only thing it's been in on. So again, I don't know for sure. We didn't share teams, but so that's where I'm at. So I'm going to go for the Sword Stance. Obviously, there's also the chance of the Para, which does happen. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, right? It sucks he had to risk that or played into it. Whether he had to or not might be a different question. But it was probably his right play. But so Mimikyu gets up. So now it can kill the Talk Specs if it switches just in once. So that's the reason for the second SD there instead of just taking out the Sylveon. So we're just going to Shadow Sneak to kill it, just in case he's like max speed Sylveon, even though he's parried. I don't know, it killed anyways. So probably was a mistake now that I think about it. The fact he's parried. That was the thought process, but I forgot about the speed drop. So we're just going to Shadow Claw. He's going to try to get more damage on the Talk Specs, because he's going to have to use that to break the disguise on Mimikyu now, which he's going to do. Obviously, I'll Shadow Claw. Didn't get a crit. High crit rate would have been nice to hit on Talk Specs, but oh well, we don't get it. No big deal. So he does break. That does a decent chunk. We're going to get the drop on the Toxapex. He couldn't really switch into Cobalion because it dropped now as well. So we're going to go Shadow Sneak for the win here because Iron has a chance to flinch. We do live. If I Shadow Claw there, he drops this turn. But if I go for double Shadow Sneak, even if I get flinched, Zeraora can come in and clean with Discharge after the Shadow Sneak damage. So that's why we Shadow Sneak there. Just make it a little cleaner at the end. No point of risking anything, which is the big difference of that para from what I know. So that's where we're at. As I said, we didn't share teams, so some of the closer stuff, obviously very close battle. I believe he was third in the league coming into the battle, and I was sitting, I believe, tied for first. We do stay 5-0. We had some close games. We had some good ones for sure. But definitely got myself off to a bad start here. And I'm not a big fan of my prep. I also prepped it a week and a half ago, so blame a week and a half ago me. Yeah, so sorry this battle's late. And hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it's not my, best way of presenting, but Amy the Mimikyu gets to pick up the clean here. I've had a lot of mons do a lot of things. I know I had 3 on the kill leaderboard going into this week. I'm pretty sure 2 of them will drop off because Volcarona and Garchomp did not get more kills. Actually, did Zeraora even get a kill? Yes, Diggersby. Is that the only one? Yes. So he picked up 1 more. But I think that will drop him out of first place. Zeraora was in first place. Obviously, the Discharge came in clutch. At least helped out. I don't know if it came in clutch or helped out, one or the other. It's hard to say. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this battle, everybody. Whatever you're doing, be nice. Tell someone you love them. Have a great day, everybody, because Coach Oak said so. Goodbye and good night.